In today's video, we're going to be making a Korean style pot roast. You're going to want to make sure that you sear each side of this roast. It makes it so much more flavorful. I know some people like to skip this step, but I highly recommend that you don't. If you insist on skipping it, I'm sure it'll taste just fine, but I think that it adds so much depth of flavor to the dish. I like to season all sides with salt and pepper before I sear. You can use other seasonings, but the only problem is that it could end up burning, and especially in an Instapot, you don't want to burn seasonings to the bottom. If you love making your pot roast in your crock pot and you've never tried using your Instapot for it, I highly recommend you give it a try. It has the flavor of the crock pot, but it takes a fraction of the time. I'll link down below the Instapot that I use. It's just me and my husband, so we have one of the smaller ones. I believe it's the 3-quart, but I'll link all the different sizes down below if you don't already have one, but they should have them at your local Walmart or your local grocery store, honestly. This pot roast was honestly such a hit in my house, and I think part of it is because we love a good pot roast, but the only ways that I ever make it is either like a red wine traditional pot roast or like a Mississippi pot roast, and which is fine. Those are both delicious options, but this is just like a new take on it where we can have the flavor of the pot roast without continuously using those same flavors over and over again. I want to be sure to tell you that when I added this garlic in, I had turned the saute mode off, because the saute mode, you can't really adjust the temperature, and so the temperature is what the temperature is. And so as you can see, it was already getting a little bit brown on the bottom from the meat. Even the moisture from the onions wasn't enough to deglaze the bottom. So I wanted to prevent the garlic from immediately burning from the second that I put it in there. So I instead turned it off, gave it a couple seconds to breathe, and then I added the garlic, and I just used the residual heat to cook the garlic. This sauce was thebomb.com. I had never used gochujang sauce before, so stay tuned because I'm definitely going to make a roast chicken using the gochujang because the flavors was immaculate. It was like I had never tried anything like it before, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to start using that like on everything. If you've never tried it before, it's kind of slightly sweet, slightly spicy, but very delicious. If you're worried about the heat, it's like a very mild heat. It's not barely nothing. It's like a little tickle on your tongue. I would recommend cooking it for probably 20 minutes per pound. My roast was 2.2 pounds and I ended up cooking it for 50 minutes. Don't be scared if you open it up after it's done and it's not like tender to your liking to put it back on. Like that's what I ended up doing. I did 45 minutes initially and then I ended up putting it back on for 10 minutes. So I think it was 55 minutes. And then make sure you do a natural release each time of 15 minutes. If you've never tried edamame, I highly recommend. I did like a cute little garlic butter sauce. It turned out to be very flavorful and I ended up like exceeding my expectations. It's really high in fiber actually. Like I think a whole bag is like 8 grams of fiber. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good and it's fun to eat. So if you've never tried it, I highly recommend you give it a try. Made it this far in the video, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If you have any recommendations on things that you would like to see me cook, comment down below and let me know if you try this. Like I said, it was a 10 out of 10, loved it.